Kyrie Irving and Allen Iverson, two of the most electrifying guards to ever step on the NBA court. Both are known for their jaw-dropping handles, fearless drives to the basket, and changing the game in their own way. But what if Kyrie had the career of Allen Iverson? We've seen AI with Kyrie's career, now it's time to flip the script. Can Kyrie live up to AI's legendary status? Let's find out. But before we get to all that, we must go back to where it all started in the 1996 NBA Draft.
With the first pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select
Kyrie Irving from Duke University.
Kyrie's rookie year under Iverson's legacy was impressive, but not quite enough to take home Rookie of the Year honors. He still managed to make All-Rookie First Team, showcasing his signature scoring ability and ball handling that the fans have come to expect, as he had averages of 22.5 points, 3.8 assists, and 1.2 steals. Unfortunately, much like Allen Iverson in his early days, Kyrie couldn't carry the team alone. Philly, still in a rebuilding phase, struggled throughout the season, only finishing with a record of 26-56 and missing out on the playoffs. Kyrie's talent is there, but the journey to becoming a franchise cornerstone has just begun. In year 2, Kyrie made a huge leap, raising his scoring and taking more of a responsibility as the team's clear leader, as he jumped up to averages of 26 points, 4.5 assists, and 1.5 steals. With his growth, the 76ers saw a big improvement too, clinching the 7th seed in the East with a record of 49-33. Now it's time for Kyrie's first taste of playoff basketball. The pressure is on, and we're about to see if he can channel his inner Allen Iverson and lead Philly deep into the postseason. Kyrie wasted no time making his mark in the playoffs, and what better way to do it than by upsetting the second-seeded Boston Celtics in dominant fashion. Philly took the series in just 4 games, with Kyrie putting on a clinic showing exactly why he's built for the big stage. But after pulling off a stunning upset against the Celtics, Kyrie and the 76ers found themselves in a hard-fought battle against the Raptors in the second round. Despite Kyrie's best efforts, the series went the distance and Philly came up just short, losing in 7 games. Year 3 was another leap for Kyrie. Not only did he continue to elevate his game, but he also earned his first All-Star appearance, a huge milestone for any player. Kyrie didn't stop there. He was also named to the All-NBA third team, solidifying himself as one of the top guards in the league, as he had averages of 26 points, 5 assists, and 1.5 steals. Despite Philly's continued struggles, finishing as the 8th seed with a record of 40-42, Kyrie's impact on the court is undeniable. Now with his first All-Star and All-NBA accolades under his belt, it's time to see if he can pull off another playoff miracle. Despite Kyrie's individual brilliance in year 3, the playoffs proved to be another tough challenge for the 76ers. Philly faced off against the Charlotte Hornets in the first round, but couldn't find their rhythm, ultimately getting swept. Year 4 brought more of the same for Kyrie Irving, another All-Star appearance and continued personal success, proving once again that he's one of the most dynamic guards in the league, as he had his usual averages of 26 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. But for the 76ers, it was another grind, barely making the playoffs as the 8th seed with a record of 43-39. For Kyrie, the frustration is starting to build. He's reached new heights as a player, but the team just can't seem to get over the hump. With another tough playoff matchup ahead, will this be the year that Kyrie can push Philly past their limitations, or are they headed for another early exit? For the second year in a row, Kyrie and the 76ers met the same fate, another first round exit at the hands of the Charlotte Hornets. Despite Kyrie's best efforts and another strong season, Philly just couldn't find the spark they needed to advance. It's starting to feel like deja vu for Kyrie, as his individual success isn't translating into playoff victories. Much like Allen Iverson in his early years, Kyrie is carrying the weight of a franchise, but the results just aren't coming. The question now is, how long can he keep up this level of play before the frustration starts to boil over? Year 5 is here and the stakes couldn't be higher for Kyrie. In real life, this was Allen Iverson's defining season, the year he won the MVP and led the 76ers all the way to the finals, cementing his place in basketball history. Now, all eyes are on Kyrie to see if he can live up to that same standard. The pressure is mounting after back-to-back first-round exits. Kyrie knows this season could be his breakthrough moment or another disappointment. Will he follow in Iverson's footsteps, or will the weight of expectation prove to be too much? The journey begins now. Year 5 has come to an end, and Kyrie Irving continues to show why he's one of the top guards in the league, once again being an all-star, and for the second time in his career made an All-NBA third team, as he had averages of 26 points, 5.5 assists, and 1.5 steals. The 76ers have finally made a jump, securing the 6th seed in the East with a record of 47-35, their best finish since Kyrie has arrived. The team is trending in the right direction, and with the playoffs on the horizon, the question is, can Kyrie lead this team deeper into the postseason and create his own Iverson-like breakthrough moment? Despite the 76ers' improved regular season, the playoffs brought more of the same heartbreak. Kyrie and the 76ers battled hard, but once again, they couldn't escape the first round, falling to the Detroit Pistons in 6 games. For Kyrie, this marks yet another disappointing end to what was supposed to be a breakthrough season. He's proven himself as an all-star and as an all-NBA talent, but that elusive deep playoff run remains just out of reach. The pressure continues to mount. How long can Kyrie carry this team before the frustration boils over? Will he ever reach the heights that Iverson did? Fast forward to the 02-03 season, it is year 7 for Kyrie, and it's been a rough few years for Philly. Despite Kyrie playing some of the best basketball of his life, putting up a career high in scoring of 29 points, 5.5 assists, and 1.5 steals, the 76ers have taken a step back, missing the playoffs for the first time since his rookie year. While Kyrie's individual success is undeniable, the frustration continues to mount as Philly's playoff hopes slip away. It's becoming clear that Kyrie can only carry the team so far on his own. The clock is ticking. Will the 76ers make moves needed to get back on track, or is Kyrie destined to be remembered for great individual performances with little team success? The 06-07 season marks the end of an era for Kyrie in Philadelphia. After 11 seasons with the 76ers, it's been a tough road. Despite Kyrie's individual brilliance over the years, the team has fallen to the bottom of the standings, and playoff basketball feels like a distant memory. But now Kyrie is ready for a new chapter. He's moving on to the Denver Nuggets, where he'll team up with Carmelo Anthony, hoping to reignite his career and make a push for that elusive championship. The question is, will this fresh start be the change Kyrie needs to finally turn his career around and chase that success that's eluded him so far? Kyrie Irving's first season with the Denver Nuggets couldn't have gone any better. After years of frustration in Philly, Kyrie has found a new life in Denver. The Nuggets dominated the regular season, finishing with an impressive 65-17 record, claiming the top seed in the West. Kyrie himself had a stellar season, earning All-NBA third team honors once again, but the real headline was his teammate Carmelo Anthony taking home the MVP trophy. With Kyrie and Melo leading the charge, the Nuggets are looking unstoppable heading into the playoffs. Could this be the year Kyrie finally makes that long-awaited run to the finals? After years of disappointment and missed opportunities, Kyrie Irving has finally reached the pinnacle, the NBA Finals. The Denver Nuggets, led by Kyrie and MVP Carmelo Anthony, cruise past the entire Western Conference, and now Kyrie is just 4 wins away from the championship that has eluded him his entire career. But standing in their way are none other than the Boston Celtics' Big Three with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. A team stacked with star power, experience, and championship pedigree. This is Kyrie's biggest challenge yet. Can he overcome the mighty Celtics and cap off this incredible season with a ring? The stage is set, and the pressure has never been higher. Game 1 sees the Denver Nuggets stealing home court advantage as they blow out the Celtics on their home court 146-106 to take the 1-0 series lead, as we got to see a Carmelo Anthony masterclass, setting the tone, dropping 54 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. And Game 2 is a similar story as the Nuggets go back into Boston and beat out the Celtics 123-111 to take the commanding 2-0 series lead, as Kyrie led the way, dropping 25 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. And Game 3 sees the Nuggets continuing their momentum as they go back into Denver and blow out the Celtics once again 113-99 to take the 3-0 series lead, as Kyrie struggled to score, only having having 5 points, but he did have 11 assists, and it did not matter because Melo led the way, dropping 34, 6, and 5. And in a closeout performance, Kyrie Irving and the Denver Nuggets blew out the Celtics 142-112 to win the 07-08 NBA Finals as Kyrie Irving wins his very first NBA championship. Kyrie and Melo were unstoppable in Game 4 as Kyrie had 39, 4, and 8, and Melo had 28, 5, and 11. Kyrie did not win the Finals MVP because of Melo, but he still had a very impressive series where he had averages of 21.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists. Kyrie has finally done it. After years of chasing the dream, he's now an NBA champion. Teaming up with Carmelo Anthony proved to be the perfect move. But as every champion knows, winning the ring is just the beginning. The real test comes in defending it. Now the spotlight will be brighter than ever. Can Kyrie and the Nuggets keep that championship edge? Will they face the same hunger and drive? Or will the pressure of being reigning champs weigh them down? The league won't be taking it easy on them, and with everyone gunning for the top spot, Kyrie's next challenge will be just as tough as the last. The journey to repeat starts now. In year 13, Kyrie Irving continues to prove why he's one of the league's elite. Once again an all-star, Kyrie put up impressive numbers of 22 points, 6 assists, and 1.5 steals, and led the Denver Nuggets to another dominant regular season. The team finished as the top seed in the West with a record of 56 and 26, showing that last season's success was no fluke. With back-to-back seasons as the #1 seed and the pressure of being the reigning champions, all eyes are on Kyrie and the Nuggets. The expectations are high. Can they defend their title and cement their place as a dynasty in the making? The road to back-to-back champions is never easy, but Kyrie has already proven he's up for the challenge. In a shocking turn of events, the reigning champion Denver Nuggets, led by Kyrie, were knocked out of the first round by Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire's Phoenix Suns. After a dominant regular season, no one expected this early exit, leaving a bitter taste for Kyrie and his teammates. But this loss isn't the only major shakeup. This will also be Kyrie's last season in Denver. After just 3 years, he's being traded to the Detroit Pistons in exchange for Chauncey Billups. Now, Kyrie's heading into yet another chapter, and the question remains, can he reignite his career in Detroit, or will his best days be behind him? Only time will tell. Kyrie's one and only season in Detroit went about as expected, despite still performing at an elite level, earning another All-Star appearance, having averages of 24 points, 5.5 assists, and 1.5 steals. The Pistons struggled to find any real success, finishing with a disappointing 33 and 49 record and missing out on the playoffs. But this season marked more than just a down year for Kyrie. It was the end of yet another chapter in his career, and now Kyrie is headed back to where it all began, Philadelphia. And what could be a full circle moment, Kyrie will finish his career with the team that drafted him, bringing his story back to the city where it started. The question is, can he find redemption and leave one last mark on the 76ers franchise? Kyrie Irving's homecoming to Philadelphia hasn't gone the way anyone hoped. In his first season back with the 76ers, the team hit rock bottom, finishing with a 24 and 58 record and missing out on the playoffs. But perhaps the most telling sign of change, for the first time since 1999, Kyrie wasn't selected to an all-star team, having career lows of averages of 17.5 points, 4.5 assists, and 1 steal. The decline has officially begun for Kyrie. After years of being a top player in the league, the wear and tear of a long career is starting to show. While he's back in Philly to close out his career, it's becoming clear that the Kyrie Irving who once carried teams is no longer the same player. The question now is, how will he handle the final years of his career as the end draws near? And after 18 years pro, at the age of 36, Kyrie Irving has officially retired. Kyrie was a 1-time NBA champion, 12-time All-Star, and a 5-time All-NBA player. Kyrie finished 4th with the most points scored all time with 35,100, 4th with the most field goals made all time with 12,700, 10th with the most 3-pointers made all time with 2,900, 9th with the most free throws made all time with 6,800, 5th with the most 40-point games all time with 75, 18th with the most 50-point games all time with 4, got his jersey retired as a member of the Philadelphia 76ers, and of course he ended up making it it into the Hall of Fame. Even though Kyrie never won an MVP or made anything higher than an All-NBA third team, he definitely had some MVP type seasons. His best statistical season was the 04-05 season, where he had averages of 30 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1.5 steals. And as you can see here, besides his rookie year, Kyrie was practically a lock to score 25 points throughout the entire season. It was really only up until he got to Denver where his scoring went down. Kyrie's career high in points was 51, 3-pointers made was 8, free throws made was 20, rebounds was 9, assists was 17, steals was 6, and blocks with 4. If I'm being honest with myself, I feel like Kyrie did end up having a better career than AI did. Yes, he never got to win the MVP, but he did win that elusive championship, and he was also top 5 in scoring all time. And if you guys are interested in seeing the reversed roles in this, where I have Allen Iverson play out Kyrie's career, I will put the link to that up at the end screen so you guys can see how all of that plays out. That is one of my best videos to date. And if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and comment down below which scenario you want to see resimulated next.